So behind me is 9 Dorset House, Portland Road. This is in Bishop Stortford, and I lived in the flat which is above the archway. It was a little one-bedroom flat. And I moved here from Christ Hospital. I got myself a job at Bishop Stortford College as a technical manager, and which from here was literally a 10-minute walk. And yeah, this was quite a happy time, I guess, in my life, really. Yeah, I'd got myself a really good job, had put sort of Christ Hospital behind me, and here I was in a new town. I mean, Bishop Stortford is actually a really nice town. It's quite close to Stansted Airport, which was good in terms of my sort of aviation interest, etc. And yeah, this was a really nice flat. This is where I passed my driving test. I'd failed 3 times at Christ Hospital. Came to Bishop Stortford, got myself a new driving instructor, Robert. Very strong name, Robert. And learned to drive and passed my test first time around Bishop Stortford and the Harlow area. So yeah, this was a really nice time. Say work was only a 10-minute walk away from here, but it was sort of, for once, I kind of felt like I was sort of in that sort of what's the word, kind of like a normality, you know. Everything was good. I was very comfortable, had a really nice flat, etc, etc. However, being a tenant in a flat, this is where it kind of really bit me in the arse, because after about a year or so at this address, the agency, there was a change of hands at the agency, and they absolutely shafted me big time. I lost a lot of money and had to leave, and that unfortunately was the end of the chapter at 9 Dorset House. So behind me is my final house in and around the Bishop Stortford area. This is Aesculus, in a little place called Little Hallenbury, and I had to leave Dorset House on Portland Road due to the agency basically just yeah, shafted me, and so I had to find somewhere. And this place behind me, I lived in a very small little studio flat above a garage, and this was probably one of the best places in terms of rent, etc., location that I've ever lived. I absolutely loved it here. It was just a very short drive to work. My landlord was a captain for Ryanair, so I could ask him all sorts of questions with regards to my hobby of aviation, etc. And he was a really nice guy, and this place was absolutely perfect for me in so many ways. I was close to Stansted Airport, so quite often I used to sort of, from work, if I wasn't working in the evening or etc., I would basically get some snacks from a petrol station or what have not, and drive to the perimeter fence of the airport and just spend ages in the evening just listening to my scanner, listening to air traffic control, etc. And yeah, you're probably all thinking, what a sad so-and-so, but hey, that's what floats my boat, and still does, to be honest with you. But it was a really, really happy time here. I kind of really sort of got a passion for all things flight simulation with my PC, etc. Got on really well with my landlord, and it was quite interesting. We used to have conversations, me and him, about how he would love to have had my job and how I'd love to have had his, and yet he described his job as a pilot as basically flying an office desk in the sky. And yeah, it was amazing how we were so keen on wanting to just sort of swap roles. But yeah, this was a really, really cool place. But as much as this was a really lovely place, being under the flight path of Stansted Airport, close to work, Bishop Stortford's, holding so many positives for me in terms of friends that I'd made, the department that I was working in, etc. It was a brilliant place. I got quite sort of chummy with a lot of people in the Bishop Stortford Operatic Society. That kind of enabled me to sort of pursue my passion in lighting design, and so I did quite a fair few musicals for them and other places where I lit their shows. Had a really good social life with the guys that were involved with that society. So there was many, many positives about this place. But unfortunately, it all had to come to an end. But it wasn't an unfortunate end, because I guess this is basically the place where I learnt that Gemma was pregnant with my daughter Ava, and so I had to sort of change things and make I don't know what, let's wait for this to go over. Had to make another change basically, and yeah, it was at the time I was very sort of apprehensive, quite scared, and yet at the same time it was a exciting new chapter for what would be the three of us, and moving from here, really to some extent kind of moving away from the single man's life and now becoming a family man. So from here I went on to move to Hull, but I will look back at this place fondly. It's changed a lot behind me, to be honest with you, but there were good times here, but there were more interesting and some incredible times ahead.